Welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide podcast, where we discuss your favorite marble sports. We bring you in-depth analysis of each event across many different marble sports competitions. Catch all the information and drama you want to hear about your favorite players, teams, events, and more right here on the MSW podcast.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide podcast. My name is Brendan, and I am super excited to bring you this episode today. There has just been so much drama going on in the past couple of days in the marble sports community, and we are going to get into all of that today. I do have a couple announcements first though. First off, on the audio quality announcement, at least for this intro, I hope it's sounding quite a bit better than usual because I just got this new audio interface and wires and stuff, so hopefully it sounds a bunch better. When I record with guests and things like that, like I will be doing later in this episode, because Anchor Podcast is dumb and does not let you record with friends on computer and just on mobile device, the audio quality may be like before, which I still think is good enough, but I will try to get the connector for the mobile devices as soon as I can. In other announcements, well, we all know it's been the end of the Marble Olympics. Just saw the event today, and if you haven't seen that event, go watch it right now. Don't let the podcast spoil the experience for you. We just want to bring you the analysis. We don't want to spoil the event, but it was truly a great event, bringing home a victory for the Raspberry Racers. Seeing them rack up 8 medals was insane. Seeing the rookie team Green Ducks rack up 5 medals and second place was insane. And it's going to be exciting to talk about. That's all I'm going to say about the Marble Olympics for now. In another announcement, we do have more serious drama in the community we're going to cover today as well. There has been, as you know, as some of you may know, there has been a Marblementary, which is a marble sports documentary, in the works by Hershey, the creator of MSPN, that's the Marble Sports Performance Network. He just finished, or came close to finishing, his From the Ashes Marblementary and was about to release it and then was told he could not release it. And we will get into more on this later, but that has been a big drama recently. A lot of outrage, or at least upset, from some of the bigger marble sports fans in the community, so we will get into that as well. But without further ado, guys, let's go to the news.
Hello, Marble sports fans! My name is Johnny Marble, filling in for John Wood in this week's installment of the Marble Sports Worldwide News. Now, 2 major stories filled this particular week with excitement. The first one being sadder news, as the 2019 Marble Olympics have ended with event number 16, the Sand Marble Rally. However, we have a new Marble Olympics champion, and their names are the Raspberry Racers, taking first place overall with a total of 216 points and 8 gold medals to their name. A single gold, 3 silver, and 4 bronzes. Congratulations to them. However, congratulations to our second place team, the Green Ducks. They followed closely behind with 204 points and 5 medals. That's 2 gold and 3 silver. The Hazers round out the podium, taking third with 184 points and 7 total medals. 2 of them gold, 2 silver, and 3 of them bronze. Now, the top 4 finishers of these 2019 games will automatically qualify for the 2020 games. Not qualifying, however, is the Mellow Yellow, who took 4th. A veteran team that ended with 149 points and 3 medals. The Savage Speeders also will not be qualifying as they round out the top 5 with 146 points. Now before the rest of the usual news, let's jump into our other top story of this evening. Our Marblementary by MSPN, that's Marble Sports Performance Network, called From the Ashes was demanded to be shut down by the Jelly's Marble Runs organization. Many fans are in an outrage, and arguments rage back and forth right now. More on this will hopefully be revealed later, but let's go back to the normal Marble Olympics news, shall we? Now, the last few weeks featured events 12 through 16. Rafting, the elimination race, surfing, collision, and of course, the aforementioned Sand Marble Rally. Let's run through the medals real quick though. Rafting gold went to the Green Ducks, followed closely behind by the Midnight Wisps with the silver. The Hazers took the bronze too. The elimination race did not phase the big names this year, with both the Raspberry Racers and Green Ducks achieving gold and silver respectively. The Crazy Cat's Eyes picked up their 4th medal with the bronze. Surfing, however, jumbled up the normal placements quite a bit, with the old Jungle Jumpers taking gold, the Hazers taking silver, and the Indigo Stars making a surprise burst from the back with the bronze. Collision was another event that played well to teams not running at the front, with the Rangers taking their first gold medal of the games, the feisty Balls of Chaos racking up a silver, and the Mellow Yellow slipping into 3rd for that bronze medal. The final event, though, the Sand Marble Rally, held a 2nd and final medal for the Balls of Chaos with their impressive gold. Team Galactic, in their usual style, took silver in this event, and our 2019 Marble Olympics winners, the Raspberry Racers, took bronze. The fully detailed standings can be found at the end of the Event 16 episode, or in the MSW podcast Discord. Jelly's Marble Runs plans to begin the Marble Showdown this July, followed by the Gravitrax Tournament and the Marble Rally later this summer. The World Marble Tournament still rages on and can be found on the Marbles for Autism YouTube channel. Marble Fubeca continues the American Cup and other interesting sports, and MSPN still has a very exciting M Games and Marble Mayhem in the works. Whew! A lot of news this week, but that's all for now. We go back to Brandon with the MSW podcast. I've been Johnny Marble, and thank you for joining me.
So we're back from the news. We got Brendan on, which also happens to be not my name, but it's a different Brendan. Why don't you say hi?
Hi.
He's there. And we also have Killian Bladestar, which is the coolest name in the universe. Why don't you say hi as well?
Hello.
And they are on with us to talk about some of these really, really important topics in the Marble Olympics community recently. We are going to jump right in, surprisingly, not to the Marble Olympics itself. We are going to hold off a very slight bit on that topic, and we're going to actually start with the drama recently on the From the Ashes Marblementary. And for those of you who do not know about this situation, there was a creator, a YouTube creator, who runs the channel MSPN, Marble Sports Performance Network, who created a very, very well-made Marblementary called From the Ashes, based off Marble Olympics comebacks over the years of Marble Olympics. And as he was going to release it, he was demanded by Jelly's Marble Runs organization to shut that down and to not release it. And this created sort of an upset in the community. We've had many fans, big patrons actually of the Marble Olympics. I think Killian, right? You are a big patron who does not support the decision to not release this, correct?
Yeah, that's true. I'm
Yeah.
actually
I don't have
a patron of both.
Say again?
I'm actually a patron of both MSPN and JMR.
Right. So a big Marble Sports patron speaking out against this as well. And to me, it also is a very, very bad decision on the part of the JMR, because I do think that these big Marble Sports fans like Hershey and like Killian that support or help create these productions, if their spirits are crushed, well, then the community is going to start to crumble, and I don't want to see that happen. I know most people don't want to see that happen, and I can't understand why Gels Marble Runs would not want a content creation based on their channel to come out. But
It's communist.
that's for you guys to decide. Let's go to our guests today, and let's see what they have to say about this. We start with you, Brendan. What do you think? Why was it canceled, and what do you think? Do you agree with this?
I think that this is just an act of Jelly or Dion just to try to keep their rule over the marble world, because it's pretty clear, like, with them shutting down other marble sports things, that they're trying to, like, take control of the whole marble racing thing, and I think that, like, that's really dumb. There's other people that can do it, and yeah.
Right. I see you. So you think they're just trying to take hold of the whole marble sports industry, which is interesting. And Killian, what are your initial thoughts on this?
Well, my initial
Hello?
thoughts on this is just straight business side. It's probably just them looking at ownership, and that I don't know for Alaska, but from my viewpoint, it's probably just purely business wise, like, and
So what do
all
you-
the copyright rules and all that fun stuff.
Oh, so what do you mean by that? You think that it's a business decision because they don't want other people taking their stuff?
Yeah, that's how I
Right,
probably
right.
perceive it right now.
Interesting. And I actually did have a little bit of a discussion with Hershey, the creator of this, and he said, at least from what he said, I don't take anyone's words as truth here until we know the full story. But from what he said, it was Dion, or at least Dion was part of the shutting down of this Marblementary. And we know Dion is the business side of the Marble Olympics, so it is very very truthful. Probably it was a business decision. Now, in my perspective, it isn't a good business decision because you want to try to increase the spread of the marble sports community and the Marble Olympics community, and letting other channels talk about it, at least at this point where the community's not into the millions even yet. You want to, letting other channels do that, promote your channel almost. It's almost like free advertising I think is actually a good business decision to let that happen. So I would love to talk to Dion and hear why this decision was made, or at least maybe Stinth, who we're planning on having on in the near future, who is a JMR committee member, could speak to this. But it probably was a business decision, though I don't know all the details to that.
On the marble-based server, Dion he came on and said that they were mad at MSPN because they thought that they just used Joey's Marble Runs to get big, and now they're gonna leave them now that they have a big enough channel to be able to sustain themselves, and they were trying to cancel some stuff. This was about 1 month, 2 months ago.
Gels Marble Runs tried to cancel MSPN things, as you're saying?
Yeah, it was Dion. He said he was really mad. He was talking on the marble base. He came on, and he said that they were mad at MSPN because they thought MSPN just used them to get big, and now they were gonna leave them and just make their own thing now after just getting big off of them.
Right. Interesting. I wasn't even there for that. I can't believe I missed that. That seems like a big deal. Wait, that's confusing to me. Here's what I'm thinking here. I mean, is it business? It's a smart business idea to try to take control of something that you have the best, overall skill in. Obviously, Gels Marble Runs outdoes any other marble sports channel, at least in my opinion, as of now. But
The only one that
I mean,
close is MH Racing.
I'd say MNH Racing is pretty close, but they kind of try to keep it themselves, in my opinion. But I'd say Gel edges them out. But I mean, Suicidal Flare, just everything crashed for him. So we're gonna. All right, which is fine. Send an invite back to Mr. Flair. Or just leave this whole thing in. Just hear how I fumble through my episodes. How you doing, Killian?
Hello.
Good to have you back.
Got into a fight with the phone, and the phone won.
Very good. Very good. Just leave all this in. No, actually, cut out all the Marble Sports talk and leave these moments in, just to make Killian cringe when he listens to it.
Make an entire podcast.
God.
This.
The podcast just us talking about cringy moments, and then Flair just randomly crashing every 5 minutes.
I sincerely hope that does not happen.
Watch his phone just die.
Oh God.
All right. This is good. This is called podcasting, guys. This is where we're at right now. All right, but back to what was I even saying? Do you remember what I was saying before?
We were talking about Dion canceling from the Ashes and how he's talking on the Marlin base.
Right. Yeah. So I was saying, for me, it's a bad business decision. I think as Gel's Marble Runs channel being the forefront of marble sports, like I said, and kind of being probably the best in marble sports at the moment, to try to take control of something where the community is not big enough that you can, there's not to me, there's not enough people in this community that you can take it for yourself, because it's just, I don't know, it's too small to where they have a bunch of viewers, obviously, but they don't have enough people. Take the Discord. The Discord for Marble Base has about 1,000 people, which is not big enough, in my opinion, where you need to get worried enough to start trying to take it all away before people copyright. Especially since, if you look at other channels like Hershey, who is doing this, and other channels who do marble sports things like MFA, who gracefully changed the name for Marble Olympics. Good decision on his part. Things like that. They're not doing it because they want to steal fame from the Marble Olympics. Actually, from what I see, most people that also reference Marble Olympics are doing it because they love the show so much and they love the community so much that they also want to promote it. Now, I don't know all the details. Hershey could be the bad guy in this. I don't know. Though I would say, and I'm definitely going to turn back to you guys in a sec here. I'm sorry. I talk a lot. I definitely do believe that it was a bad decision to cancel this Marblementary. Anyway, Brendan, you were about to say something?
Yeah, a lot of people changed their things. The Lucky Titan had this thing, the Marble Olympics, until somebody must have told him to stop, because out of nowhere he just changed it to Marble Summer Olympics.
Right.
And that's what happened to me. I had to change mine to Marble League, which is actually kind of original.
Yeah, I actually like that. I like Marble League. And even then, Summer Olympics, right? Oh man, that's kind of close, right? I mean, hopefully Dion doesn't come after him, but I mean, it's just, to me, surprising that they're getting all like this. Though, like I said, Dion is the business side of this. Businessmen do what they do, and I don't know the relationship between Hershey and the JMRC. There has been. I don't know if either of you remember this, but there was a fallout between those two quite a bit back, like Brendan, you were talking kind of about before. But maybe it was a bias thing, like maybe if some other channel did this that wasn't Hershey, they would have been okay with it. But I don't know all the details yet. I can just tell you that I was super excited, and many big fans that pay money to Gel for how good he is. We're very excited for this Marblementary as well. Killian, as a big fan, what do you have to say to this?
Yeah, I think it's just not a very good thing about canceling the From the Ashes, because if you don't know, it's about how the Wisps came from 10th to 1st in the last two events in the 2018 Marble Olympics.
Oh, very cool.
The Wisps are actually one of my favorite teams. So hearing that there's going to be a Marblementary about one of my favorite teams had me all very excited.
I would imagine, yeah.
But once Hershey announced that he canceled, or he's going to have to cancel from the Ashes. Was very heartbreaking.
Right, and you could see the hope in Hershey as he called it postponed instead of canceled because he does hope to release it at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, especially as a big fan like yourself. I mean, not only just a Wisps fan, but a huge Marble Olympics fan. You paid how much was it to get a VIP seat? If you don't mind me asking, right? To get a VIP seat?
I think it was only like $50 to $75. It's not much.
Only? Well, that's what I'm saying. Only?
But
Brendan, you exactly were my reaction there.
You want to know what I paid?
What'd you pay?
My initial pay was over $300.
Oh my God, are you out of your mind? How? Why did you have to pay that much?
I'll spend $5.
I chose to pay that much.
So it was like an extra donation you wanted to give?
Yeah, you could choose how much
Okay.
you want, but there's like select tiers.
Oh my God, dude, they should be like sending you care packages every other week at this point. Oh my God, dude, I gotta be quite honest. Okay? So this really comes to the point I was making earlier. I mean, people are paying hundreds of dollars in some people's case. Now I know they're donation style, but people are giving money to this channel, substantial amounts of money to this channel, and then also support and back this Marblementary. I know Killian does. I am aware that many other people who are big into the marble sports community and back this Marblementary, very active in the Discord, also paid money to gel and support this Marblementary, and it's
Well,
man,
also be a patron of MSPN.
Right. And how much have you given to MSPN, if you don't mind me asking?
So, my initial monthly pay was $100.
So $400.
Oh my God! Wow. Exactly. Yeah, $400. I mean, like, you should be able to make the decisions for the community, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, and go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say, I thought it would be kind of funny if they just made a 30-second documentary about the gliding glacier and see how they react about that.
I don't know who the gliding. Wait. Oh, are they an unqualified team that barely never existed?
They qualified once, I believe, but then never again.
No,
they
were in the 2018 qualifications and they got last in like every event.
You mean it's like a blowback for the cancellation? Just make 30 seconds of, oh, these are the gliding glaciers. They tried to qualify and now they're done. And then post that in like notability quality. That's good.
Good iMovie.
Momentary.
Yeah, but yeah, let's make that right now. Actually, let's make the rest of this podcast us creating that on notability. That would be hilarious, actually. But the point I'm trying to make here is that there are people putting a lot of money into this. Both of these organizations, MSPN and Marble Olympics, and those people want certain things. Okay, they were hoping for certain episodes of things to come out, and when Dion or the JMRC, whoever makes a decision to shut something down for, to me, not the best business reason, then, I mean, first of all, I hope there's going to be some blowback from the fans. Some fan is going to say something. I don't know if anyone's really said anything yet, but I mean, there's going to be something from the fans, and it's just not right to not let the fans have what they've been waiting a long time for. And I don't know how much if Hershey's donated or not, but I know that many people who voiced over in the MSPN Marblementary, because there were many different voice actors in that. I was one, by the way, but well, that was kind of last minute. But there were many voice actors in there who probably have given similar amounts of money, maybe not 400, but some hundred to Gels Marble Runs. And you can't do that. You can't do it to fans that are giving you money. If you're receiving from fans, you cannot take away something they look forward to like that.
You pay $400, and what you get in return? A canceled show.
Exactly, and it's not, to me. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it, and it's very confusing. I got to be honest, and I'm hoping to get more people's opinions on this. If you guys have opinions on this, please right now just stop and comment on this topic. I've just been trying to wrap my head around it. It's a confusing decision to understand, and I don't know if anyone speaks to Dion by any chance, and let me know what's going on. But I mean, we should probably then turn from our rant about the Marble Olympics to our now discussion on the Marble Olympics, because there has been some crazy things going on. Obviously, we have had the end of the 2019 Marble Olympics come. It has been a beautiful thing. What?
And the Jawbreakers won.
The Jawbreakers never win.
Yes, they do. They got like a silver in like 2016.
Did they now?
Yes.
Where did they place 2016? Seventh. You like know all these facts about
because
the Jawbreakers.
They're my favorite team. I know everything about them. I know.
Now, when was the last time they even tried to qualify?
In 2019, they got like 18th. We don't talk about that.
Oh, well, we're talking about it now. Everyone, please, next time you talk to someone, mention that the Jawbreakers are very under par.
They were a team, and they won't get cut if they do. I am suing them.
I hope so. Oh, they're in the Marble Showdown, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you hope they're not one of the bottom 4 teams. I mean, come on. There are 12.
Freaking Limers is gonna be last place.
Freaking Limers is gonna be the first place. I gotta be honest. As much as we hate on them, they were only 1 place away from qualifying, and they will likely take in the top 3 in the Marble Showdown. Marble Showdown, by the way, starts in July, guys. Be ready for that. And we will probably have good prediction discussions and hopefully guesting with the winners of the fan team contest at some point as well on that. But
what are you talking about? Bumblebees are probably going to win the Marble Showdown, to be honest.
Are they competing in that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they're the one of 2 Hubelino teams that no one cares about, because now Hubelino's canceled. So,
it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
They have the Gravitrax. Yeah.
Can't give up hope yet.
Well, I mean, they did say they didn't really cancel it, but change it to the Gravitrax tournament. So, I mean, they may just be stopping.
But they did say that the Hubelino teams are possibly going to be retiring.
Were we supposed to talk about the Marble Olympics?
No, we're supposed to get off topic.
Okay.
Now, retiring. Okay, well then that might actually be over, because they might be trying to revamp the Hubelino tournament. That's why they go to the Gravitrax, which is almost like a next-gen version of Hubelino, if you'd like that definition.
Back in my day, we didn't have all these fancy gizmos.
But anyway, let's get some talk done here. Let's move on to the Marble Olympics.
Chocolatiers are the most consistent team.
The Chocolatiers?
Yes, they got like 7 for like every event.
Did they? Actually, okay. Before we start the Marble Olympics, I'm going to, on podcast, take time to pull up the picture of all the standings, even though that is very boring to hear me do that. Because, well, I should have some facts, right? Okay, here we go. Yes, so the Chocolatiers, how much is 7th?
We don't talk about
like
that. That they screwed up.
I can't math, so.
They screwed up the last event. No.
Wait. But like, how much is 7th? How many points is 7th?
Oh, 10. No, 9.
9? Oh, they didn't get 9 points one time in the whole thing. So, well, there goes your facts.
Well, they placed around 7th like a few times.
Yeah, they got 10th a bunch of times. Yeah, I'd say they were middle of the pack, consistently middle. I mean, like, nothing too special from them. Actually, I was surprised at some of the performances they did have.
Pinkies. What did they do?
Pinky's got a first place.
Yeah, Piggies managed to get first and second.
They have more medals. Well, actually, they tie Team Galactic for medals. I mean, just to throw a random placement at you.
They did get last place, new record.
Yeah, and a new record of terrible performance for the Oceanics. Wow, they didn't even medal.
To not medal.
That was an absolute honor. That was an honor to let me watch that. That was great.
Did you see them before the closing ceremonies? A bunch of Oceanic fans
No Oceanic.
just on the podiums with the hashtag NoCeanics.
Yeah, I saw that. That was hilarious. That was awesome. And I don't know what's going to happen with the off season for them, but something will happen. I mean, let's turn it back towards the important things here, okay? Who won the Marble Olympics? Okay, everyone, just let's say that. I mean, look at this performance. Oh my God! I mean, Raspberry Racers, 8 medals. That's insane.
I got tired of seeing them and the Green Ducks on every single podium.
But that's the thing. They performed so well. The Green Ducks and the Raspberry Racers performed so well. They tired out fans of seeing them in the podium. I mean, that's absolutely insane. The Savage Speeders, by the way, were a big disappointment, getting 2 amazing golds, breaking a Marble Olympics record, Marble Olympics history.
No, Ball for Chaos got 2 in a row in 2018.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm wrong now. So that just ruined my mojo there. But yes.
Funny how the Raspberry Racers and Green Ducks managed to bore people from being on podium more than the Savage Speeders.
Yeah, I mean it's impressive. I know boring is never good, but you know what? If they're medaling enough times the board competitors, to me that is impressive, and they should keep doing that. I mean, the Green Ducks, man. I know the Raspberry Racers took this, okay, and they are an amazing team, but they have been here a while, so they performed as they were expected to perform in some respect. Green Ducks, new rookie team, and they got gold twice. They got 2 golds, which was on par with only 4 other teams, and 5 full medals, which was the 3rd most amount of medals in the full Marble Olympics.
Not the second most, Tigers.
So anyways, yeah, the Green Ducks were a very big surprise. They came into the qualifiers thanks to Team Plasma giving them their spot.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Team Plasma retired in the wording. So Green Ducks managed to get into Marble Olympics, I believe, qualifiers, thanks to Team Plasma retiring for them. Like, Team Plasma wanted Green Ducks to be in the Marble Olympics.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. So the Green Ducks got in because, wow, okay. So because of a retirement. Yeah, I wondered what happened to Team Plasma. But I didn't know that was the story.
Yeah, they retired from
Wow.
You want back?
Now, I don't know where they come from. I don't know where the Green Ducks came from, but they did kill it in this Marble. I actually thought they were going to win. I did. I mean, I know it's over now, so we know who won. But Brendan, I want to hear what was your prediction for the winning? Are you surprised at these final standings, or was that what you guessed?
All right, so to be completely honest, about Event 3, I thought the Crazy Cat's Eyes were going to be the top team.
I actually ran with them for a while too as a fantasy pick, and they did well, and then they failed.
All right, this is what I have to say about the Green Ducks. I thought that they were just going to be basically another team that just does really well in the qualifiers, Team Galactic, and then completely dies in the Olympics. But that wasn't them. They ended up getting so many good results, and they were so consistent the entire time. And I'm really surprised on how good they did. But when you look at it, like, there's another team I'm really surprised did well. It's Mellow Yellow.
Right, yeah.
They
The fourth
got,
place team,
they got
right.
fourth, and everyone says how inconsistent they are, but you look at their scores, and they aren't even inconsistent really at all. They're very consistently in the top half, and I think they're like the underrated team now. Same with the Rangers, like they completely came back at the end and jumped up half the leaderboard too.
Right, right. Yeah, they did quite well at the end as well. And yeah, it was interesting to see Mellow Yellow do quite well. I mean, they kind of were unnoticed the whole Marble Olympics. There was no mention of them. They almost got into my fantasy one for one of the rounds, but they never really got there. But they managed to beat out the Savage Speeders and beat out the Rangers, beat out all these really well-performing teams, even the Midnight Wisps with 2 golds and a silver in this Marble Olympics. Mellow Yellow beat them out. I mean, it was quite a surprising finish for them. That's a good point. And I mean, obviously they're really happy because they're automatically qualified for those 2020 Marble Olympics, which are going to be super exciting. But yeah, you're right.
I don't think Mellow Yellow is automatically qualified. It depends, like, unless one of those four is the host, the Mellow Yellow will be kicked off if the host is a different team.
Oh yeah, you're right. But I think they give the host to the winner.
Top 3
The
is
Oceanic team.
automatic qualification. There is actually, I think, a host bid or something or other.
Jawbreakers should host, and Chocolatiers, they should both host in Candy Stadium.
So continue, Kelly. I want to hear what you had some good facts there. Let me hear what you said.
So, from what I've gathered on how they choose the hosts, it's actually like a host bid, like behind the scenes, quote unquote host bid. But yeah, unless they think of some type of theme, it's probably gonna be quite random. Or based on these last 2 hosts, it could be based on a theme of that, what they wanted, like how they wanted 2018 Winter Marble Olympics, so they chose snowballs to be a host.
Right.
And with this one, they wanted a water based, so they chose Oceanics.
Which might be Gliding Glaciers.
Gliding Glaciers are now not even a team.
Well, you're not gonna have a repeat host, and it's gonna be a Winter Olympics because like that's what was voted on the poll in the video.
It won't be Gliding Glaciers though.
But like, what other teams are there?
How long was the poll?
Well, wait. So you're saying there's no like guarantee that if you podium finish that you're gonna get the host. It's a random pick. So the Pinkies could host next year.
Yes.
So you know what
for all we know.
You need to change the Jawbreakers name to the Icebreakers name, and then they can host.
They could do that. They won't do that because, well, you know what? Well, I guess if the Jawbreakers make it through all the way to the 2020, well then they could take that. But I don't know. Wait, was the Oceanics decided to host going into the qualifiers or going into the regular Marble Olympics?
They were
decided on a one-off marble race with the Marble Olympics teams.
Wasn't it on like that big stream thing?
No, but like, did they first begin to host in the qualifying rounds or in the main event?
I think
qualifiers. They were hosting in qualifiers.
Yeah, they had a lot of fans there.
Interesting. So I don't know. That's an interesting question. If anyone knows, please comment. Let us know. I guess, but I am curious how they pick that. I would say that it would be sensible to pick someone in the top 3 so that the top 4 can automatically qualify, something like that, or at least pick someone with a good theme. Like Team Galactic at a space theme stadium would really rock the 2020 Marble Olympics, in my opinion, or a chocolate theme, I guess, or a jungle jumper. Yeah, jungle would be cool.
Jungle jumpers, now I think about it, did a lot better than I thought they would. Like, they were never a great team because they kind of slept through the last event. I don't know really how you know how you do that, And then they
Oh yeah, I remember that from last year. They all of a sudden it's just like, oh, they're not here now. Now we're just gonna proceed.
AKA Jelly forgot to bring them to the sand course.
Something like that, or like he lost them and was like, you know what? I don't care.
Oh, we'll find some new ones.
The show must go on.
I don't know what happened there, but that was pretty funny.
If I was Jelly, I'd end up having to drive back and get them.
Yeah. I don't know what he did, but he has millions of these marbles, so he probably did have them and just created stories.
Probably it's like a storage room with boxes labeled team names, and they have like a billion extras.
I mean, he'd have to.
Wait, he has something for
Momo.
What'd you say? I heard someone say something and I just went quiet for a second.
I just randomly said Team Momo when y'all were saying, "Oh yeah, he does need millions of them."
Oh, right, because Momo injury, fidget spinner collision, guys. But
I miss it.
yeah, I do miss it too. It was one of my favorite events. I really enjoyed that one. It was.
Rangers won.
Did they win that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a good performance.
Fidget spinner one? Oh,
Of course they did. That was their year. They won that Marble Olympics.
No, they won the fidget.
no, they won the Marble Olympics, but Shining Swarm won that event.
Oh. I'm just impressed you know that.
I know. I'm pretty sure I know who won every single event of every Olympics.
Whoa. And I'm saying I'm the one with the podcast. Wow. Because I can be honest, I do not know that. I could not tell you almost most of the victories from last year. I mean, to be honest, I could tell you that last year existed and it happened.
Team Prime won the first event.
I remember random stuff.
I remember
Right.
Team Prime.
But it just popped out.
Of 2017.
So anyways, Raspberry Racers, man.
Yeah, that was quite impressive. Oh yeah, I didn't ask you yet. So do these top 3 or top 4? We'll notice Mellow Yellow. Surprise you in any way, like I'd asked Brendan, or were they your predictions as well?
They were not my predictions.
So I didn't even think about the hazers, so I guess it's kind of a surprise for me. But I knew they were gonna do well. Mellow Yellow, yeah, kind of surprised. I didn't see him being top 4. I thought top 4 would probably be first Green Ducks, second Raspberry Racers, third probably Savage Spears from out of nowhere, and then fourth was probably up in the air, like
Which maybe?
probably like Midnight Wisps, just because they're lucky.
Okay.
Hey, they had the potential to reach fourth. I got to be honest. With the 2 golds they flew through with,
They're so
They're so inconsistent.
Yeah, they were inconsistent. I mean, look here at the standings. You have 8, 6, 6, 10, 1, 0, 25, 3, 25, 1. I mean, they were up and down, up and down. They did come out with 3 medals, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
as far as my fantasy picks go, I chose Green Ducks, Raspberry Racers, Team Galactic, and Midnight Wisps. Team Galactic, it was doing good until second half, and then they started disappointing me.
right?
But
Yeah, they
at
did.
least they still did well in the Marble Rally. I was actually quite shocked that they chose Cosmo over Starry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, no, I think Nova Wolf will be a little upset about that because he was singing Starry's praises for many, many days upcoming to this event, saying, "Oh God, Starry, that marble is going to destroy all the other marbles." Won the 2017 Team Galactic, has a huge reputation, but then again, to see another Team Galactic marble come out and based on their previous standings, come out of nowhere and perform real well was impressive as well.
that moment when the Raspberry Racers were 144 points ahead of the Oceanics.
Whoa, is that true?
Yes. Unless I'm stupid and I don't know how to do math.
Did Oceanics even pass 100?
No, the Oceanics had 70 lousy points.
And it's in a freaking Olympics with 4 more events.
The what?
It's in the games that they have 4 more events added on. They still get less than they did like the other ones.
Oh my god! Wow, that's insane, dude. They were so bad. People don't like look at last year. They were amazing last year. I mean, wow.
They were inconsistent last year.
Eh, but they still performed well. I mean, okay, so 70 points. Let's look at the Raspberry Racers. 20, 20, 40. They got 70 points in the first 6 events, not even halfway through the beginning of the Marble Olympics. They were already at 70, maybe first 7. I mean, that's insane. The Oceanics really, really did quite bad. I 0 medals. I mean, it was like almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. They did bad a couple times, and people were like, "Oh, they're bad," and then made memes about them being bad, and then they did worse. How could it get worse? They did 3 events. People were like, "Oh, they suck," and then they got a 0-point event, and then they got another 0-point event to end the Marble Olympics. I mean, it was unbelievable. As much as the Green Ducks, a rookie team, performing where they did, unbelievable. Oceanics, terrible performance, unbelievable.
Where did they play in the marble rally? The sand race.
Dead last, 0. In fact, someone had a clip showing how, like, the first couple of seconds, they already had dropped back to last place.
They were saying, "Did we turn backwards?"
Yeah.
Aren't you guys surprised about the Thunderbolts and how awful they ended up doing?
Oh yeah, that's true as well. I mean,
They got second. They got second 3 times, I think. No, I mean
once.
They got last 3 times. No, 2 times in a row.
Fantasy pick for like one episode, and that changed.
Yeah, they actually started out quite well. They were like running at the front with a silver medal and a couple of good performances, and then they just tanked the whole thing 2/3 of the way through. 4 points one time, 1 point, 0 points, 0 points. Pretty like underwhelming performance. But then again, guys, I mean, this is the Marble Olympics. These are the best teams out there. So I mean, some teams aren't going to take it. Someone has to win. Someone has to lose.
And then the freaking Jungle Jumpers get 7th, and the Thunderbolts get 13th. How does that make sense?
Oh, overall. I don't know. I mean, they were good this year. I mean, they did have 3 medals. They had a couple golds too. They were like up and down. They were to me, most inconsistent team over the whole Marble Olympics. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this standings. 25. They had like. Go ahead.
It was the Midnight Wisps the most consistent. Inconsistent.
Probably.
Not consistent.
What about Balls of Chaos?
They were not consistent. Actually, no. Oceanics were the most consistent because they were so consistently bad.
Balls of Chaos, too bad, and all of a sudden, the last 2 events, we'll realize we're in the Marble Olympics and get to gold and silver.
I even said in the spoiler channel, Marble Olympics at last 2 events, Balls of Chaos. I guess we'll try now.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Like, they did great.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
At least they got home with something.
Did you say again?
At least they got home with something.
Yeah, they did. They actually jumped 4 places in that last with that last gold, and probably I think they jumped up a full 6 places in the last 2 performances, which is good. But like they just decided to not do that the whole time.
With those performances, they could have freaking won the whole thing. Like last year, they just destroyed almost everyone.
Yeah, they were quite good. They were good up until what was it? The last couple of events. Because where did they place last year?
They got 5th.
They got 5th. Oh, okay. Yeah, because they were. I remember they were the favorite to win after the first half of 2018 Marble Olympics, and then they just started to lose out on that performance skill.
Came back at the end.
Yeah, 5th is good enough. Not good for automatic qualification, but yeah, you do what you do.
Anyways.
But anyway, I think we should transition real quick into the water events because I wanted to discuss into those.
Not enough more water events.
But I did.
You have the snowball. Every single event is winter themed besides the mogul. And then you have the Oceanics. 3 out of the 16 events are water themed.
4 or 5, I believe.
No, there's 3: surfing, rafting, and the underwater race.
Yeah, I can't think of any more that were clearly water themed.
triathlon was switched to biathlon.
I count
Yeah.
it's not enough.
Yeah, that was an odd switch. I think maybe it got hard to race in the water or something. I don't know. I don't know how that worked because maybe they got stuck in the sand there or something. But
Roll them down a bathtub.
if you put a bathtub in the river, there's the triathlon.
There you go.
Actually, it's a triathlon now.
I don't know, but that was yeah. I guess it's a point. But then again, the Winter Olympics, it's much easier to snow theme things because snow's everywhere, and you can just throw snow on all the events and call it snow themed as opposed to water where it's a little bit harder, I guess, to do so.
I mean,
But
one of the winter events, I just literally, for my thing, I literally just made a course out of white paper and called it a snow race.
that's just lazy.
I'm sorry, okay? I live in North Carolina, where there's this thing. It's called There's No Snow.
Yeah, so for all the foreigners out there, yeah, North Carolina equals no snow. That's all you need to know.
And so I had a funnel race for the winter portion, a course without paper, and the ice lake swimming, which was literally freaking that was literally just like a bunch of stuff with water. It was kind of like the underwater race with Jelly did.
Jelly.
Based on what Melika said one time, the winter theme was actually a pain to pull off.
Oh, I would imagine.
Central Europe doesn't really snow that much, and it's hard to like get to where they need it.
Oh yeah, didn't they actually move their location? Like they actually like lived somewhere else for a short time
Yeah, they went
to record this.
Probably.
Yeah, I think I remember them doing that. Yeah, I just remember that because they kind of changed locations. I remember that because they didn't have snow in their area. I mean, they have sand in their area, so they're not going to have snow.
They went to Austria. I remember.
Oh, okay.
They made like a vlog of them making the events a while ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I did say that. But anyway, what I did want to jump into here in the water events is the thought here that I did enjoy the rafting a lot, and I didn't really enjoy the surfing a lot, even though I was looking forward to it. And I just wanted to discuss like improvements and what we think about these water events, improvements that we think could be made, and whether they should be kept here.
They get actually surfing and not just falling off some jet skis. That wasn't surfing. I don't know what they classify as surfing. That's not surfing.
Right. So then how would you fix that, though? Because then I'm trying to think how you would actually create a situation where the marbles could surf and then score that.
All right.
So if you have a...
This is my idea. You get a big like glass tank of water. You have a wave machine on the side. The marble is like on the surfboard, but he's able to fall off. And then the waves slowly get more intense, and the marble stays on the longest winds.
Yeah, but like how would you start them on the surfboards?
You just put them on and then start the waves.
So you would create the surfboard so the marbles could be held there, but only be removed by the force of the waves.
Yeah, like they're on there, but they're not that firm that they won't fall off.
I see you. Like almost like a little divot in the board to hold them in calm waters.
They can make the waves slowly get more intense, so.
Yeah, all right. That's an interesting point. But then like you'd have to make sure that it would last a little bit longer, because I guess the problem with surfing that I saw was that the marbles would not. Yeah, everyone would fall off quite quickly. So like, it would like happen and be done, and because the water was moving, it would be unclear where most of them fell off. It would happen and be done so quick, and so the whole point thing, since they didn't have like anything edited in to show clear where these marbles were falling, the whole point thing was a little confusing. And so I guess that's a lot of people are speaking out against that. Oh, it was confusing, I don't know. But what the score was, a lot of memes on that. But yeah, I mean, maybe something just a little more clear, or something where surfing is like I like how they had the race afterwards, but maybe something where you surf and then fall into like a board underneath that has like different colors for points, like they do in like archery or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the point, they fall into something where the points are decided. So then you know which marble surfed farther, whether it was super clear or not, based on how far they got in that board underneath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would actually be pretty smart. Also, the bonus points for 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure like literally every time was under 30 seconds. I don't really see the point of that.
Yeah. Because each race did not take over 30 seconds. Definitely not.
Some of them like 20 seconds. I remember.
I don't know. I just think they didn't test it enough.
I have to let Flair talk more.
Flair, what are your thoughts on this, man? Surfing. What do we need to change?
Oh my goodness, surfing was so confusing for me. Like I was just going with the flow with that one. But yeah, I agree. It had like surfing be the actual main point instead of just the underwater race portion of it. Like I don't know how you find a way to like make them last a little bit longer, but or go even farther.
Make them like more secure.
It's a very difficult thing because then you realize. I mean, like the amount of thought Melikis and Gel have to put into each event to create a fair play for each marble is quite difficult. Like we're sitting here not even knowing an answer to how to create them where they're more secure, and they had to create these surfboards to begin with. So I could see why it would be not perfect the first time, obviously, but I mean, yeah, I'd hope to see an improvement in that. However, the rafting, in my opinion, was one of the best events in the Marble Olympics. I mean,
We made the best memes.
yeah, the vegetation
Yeah,
at the end.
The true villain.
But I mean, to me, just the whole event was clear, easy to follow. The professionality of the event, the well-placed obstacles that were annoying and difficult, but just not difficult enough that the marbles were able to pass over them at least 50% of the time. It was, to me, a very well put together event, and the rafts were so awesome.
It made a lot of sense. And it was really intense too. Who won that event? The Green Ducks, I think.
Yeah, they got an amazing record in that event. They had
on the podium.
Yeah, they got themselves on the gold. I think they had like 33 and the record's like 35 or something like that. It was really good. They had a good run like many other teams, but then did not hit the grass at the end or the bush at the end.
All I remember was the Chocolatiers having such a great time, and they hit that one plant, and they ended up getting like 12th. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Right? Yeah, I remember that because oh man, people got caught on that plant there. But I think it was almost a good thing. Like it added to the suspense of the event that the plant was there.
Mm-hmm.
And man, for me though,
natural.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Well, why don't you explain that a little bit though?
Like, I don't see how they managed to like man-made that course. Like, I think they managed to like find the perfect little like creek or stream, and they saw that there's like enough obstacles to be a challenge, but not like challenging enough.
Right.
I think that's how they managed to do the course. I don't think they actually man-made it.
Yeah, I don't think they man-made the river part either. Now they did man-make the rafts, which actually I didn't know, but I remember in the Discord there was like this whole discussion on raft making. I didn't know what it was for at first. I came in the middle of that conversation. I was confused. So they were like talking about raft construction, whole big scientific discussion or whatnot. But they did a really good job with rafts. They were just sturdy enough that they didn't have too many problems, and just I guess small enough that they allowed for marbles to pop out and things like that. It was a great use of materials. Brought together the event like you. Go ahead.
One or two teams actually popped out.
Yeah.
It was a midnight
But it was
race.
good that it was a possibility, right? But it wasn't common.
It's like the bobsleigh, except less insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did something like the bobsleigh. Oh, they did do something like the bobsleigh, right? I remember that was the one where Mo Mary existed after because they came all together.
Yeah.
Why team primary? Of all the teams you had to choose, why team primary?
I don't know because primary doesn't get any attention, so they were trying to boost their attention.
They're
I
so
guess.
bad.
Yeah, they're like Momo, but not important or not unique.
They could have been the Miners. Oh wait, no, Miners qualified that year. Never mind.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, they did qualify. They haven't. This was the first year they did not qualify. They just never performed really well overall. But everyone loves the name and the team theme, so people keep talking about them.
Another
Like
thing.
the Rangers.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the Rangers are popular. You know, it's a one of those.
Orangers.
Yeah, exact orangers, and then the
Orange.
marbles are orange.
Also, I think Jelly has like the best location ever because he has so many of like his underwater races and all these little fast moving streams that the marbles can go down. I'm like, I wish I had stuff like that where I live.
Yeah, like that. I don't know where that comes from, but he is quite lucky. I mean, I think he does have to travel sometimes to find those kind of um, locations. Like for example, in the snow Marble Olympics itself, and probably the river. It probably wasn't just in his backyard. He probably had to go somewhere. But of course, then well, this is his job. He makes quite a bit on this, so.
Makes went by too fast.
Uh, yeah, I mean, like he does make upwards of $200,000 a year, which is like more than some high tech engineering majors and people with those kind of jobs make. So it's quite impressive what he does.
Yeah.
But and that's just from the YouTube too. He also makes quite a bit from uh the merchandise and the Patreon and the uh deal with the toy company, all the things Dion doing that is just so very smart from the business aspect of it.
Besides canceling from the Ashes.
Yeah, exactly. Besides canceling from the Ashes. I mean, any other thoughts, guys? Because we will have to wrap it up soon here. We've been going almost an hour.
I just want to wonder who do you guys think is
were in past?
One at a time, guys, please. Okay, Killian, you go first.
What water events were in the past Marble Olympics, but not in this one? I feel like there were.
Ooh, I know he sampled a water race, like in like a water gutter, but I don't know. I don't know if there were any.
I think there was diving.
The what?
Oh yeah, there was quartet diving in 20.
Oh, right. Yeah, the diving. Yeah, like something where they fell in and had to land in the colored places. And I think like a couple of other events, not really for to be a water event, but for to be like a target, something that deadened the marbles into a target area. They used a water bucket or some sorts as well, like the diving, and then like a jump type event as well. I don't know.
You see, I like that event because the Jawbreakers didn't get last.
And the Oceanics did bad in that too.
Yeah.
No, they got silver.
No, they got silver in the quartet. Oh, right. That was the one water event they put well in, and then water events they were bad in. And then this year, all the actions that they did ever they were bad in. So, well, rough year
I
for
think the
them.
highest placement was 4th, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Also, what can you think? I think there was a pattern with this Marble Olympic with all the placings. Like how the teams that usually get first early on tend to like start doing bad later on.
Yeah, you can see that here.
With the exception of Green Ducks and Raspberry Racers.
Right, but the interesting thing about them is that the Green Ducks didn't get their first goal to event 6, and the Raspberry Racers didn't get their first goal to event 13. And though the Hazers actually were probably the best counterexample to what you're saying, because they finished third and got their first goal in event 3. But then again, like you're saying, the Savage Speeders started out great, and now ended. Well, they ended bad. They didn't end overall bad and 5th, but they ended in their events bad with a last place and couple low placements. Crazy Cat's Eye, even better example. 3 medals in a row, event 3, 4, 5, and then all downhill from there for the most part.
Yeah, and then Team Galactic. I don't remember when they first got their medal, but they were in third one time and then just gave up.
Right, they were more like consistently between 6th place and 4th place most of the time, and then kind of just went downhill at the end with a couple 1-point finishes. They had that one silver to end it all, but they had 3 1-point finishes. That's not good. It's no Oceanics, but you know.
All right. There's just one thing I want to say. Who do you guys think is going to win the Marble Rally?
Oh man, I don't even know any.
It's going to be red number 3, probably.
Who knows?
I have no idea. That's something I'm gonna have to talk about at a different episode.
I'm rooting for Ghost Plasma, Black Knight. I don't even remember who's in the B leagues.
Dude, to be honest, I cannot tell you. I can tell you better about, I don't know, the Hubalino tournament that doesn't even exist anymore than the Marble Rally. But
you see, every team every Marvel I ever like sucks because I like Rastafarian and they qualified like once.
Yeah, Rastafarian's a good one though. I liked him as well. Pollo Loco is a good one. El Capitan I liked. I always liked Big Pearl. The Clownfish one. I think there's a Clownfish one I liked as well. What? And I don't even know.
Marble Face.
I know some who's big in a Marble rally. Pax, the JMRC guy. I think he's a JMRC guy. He's big into Marble rally, so he's gonna come on here when we get closer to that because he'll be able to tell me all the things I don't know about Marble rally, which is pretty much everything except for a couple of the team names, and the fact that I have thoughts on how it needs to improve, which are for a different episode as well.
So, Marble Olympics 2020, how do you think that will plan out?
The Jawbreakers win every event.
No, I don't know, man. I have to see the qualifiers. I think we're going to see at least one of the fan-made team contest winners, either the Turtle Sliders or the Hornets, getting into the real 2020 Marble Olympics.
Remember X-Camo?
Based on these past champions.
Don't talk about X. We don't talk about X-Camo, Brendan.
You were like, they're going to win, and they got, like, last in the voting.
Shut up!
Based on these past champions, do you think the Raspberry Racers will fall in the same line as them?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, it would make sense for them to then perform bottom half or at least middle of the pack next year, but I don't know. I mean...
No, they're going to win, bro.
I feel like the Raspberry Racers are a more resilient team overall and might actually have another good year. I know the Green Ducks are going to have another good year. I can almost guarantee that. Hazers will probably have a decent year. I think you're going to see resurgences from the Crazy Cat's Eyes.
I think the Chocolatiers are going to come back.
Yeah, because they started off quite well, and I think the Jungle Jumpers as well. As far as X-Camo is not to be talked about right now. So
remember River Rapids?
River Rapids I think that was the one team that placed below X-Camo in the voting. I think
the voting. They got kicked out for looking too much like the Oceanics.
Yeah. So they didn't even make voting Oceanics. But the Oceanic, they probably would have performed better than the Oceanics.
Probably would've. See, look, that's why I hate the Oceanics, because they got rid of River Rapids, and now they're stuck in my videos, and they suck. They're like 15th.
Yeah, but anyway, we got to wrap it up, guys, for the night. We've been over an hour, but it's been nice to have you guys on. This has been a fun conversation. I went back and forth on marble sports, and we're gonna, of course, continue to try to have you guys on more often, get your opinions. But anyway, we move towards the new marble sports events, the Marble Showdown, and the Marble Rally, and the Gravitrex tournament. And we're going to go to the outro here in a moment, but any final thoughts, any final statements about any of the topics we covered today, guys?
Say who are your picks for Marble Showdown, but okay.
What? Go ahead.
Quick question. One team, who are your picks for a showdown?
Probably.
I would go. I'm gonna go Limers, man. I think Limers are gonna make it big in this Marble Showdown.
I think the Turtle Sliders are going to do bad.
They're gonna slide out of the Marble Showdown right through 16th or 12th.
They can be in the water with the Oceanics.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, or they can be in the water with the Green Ducks.
The Green Ducks are on the top of the water. The Oceanics are on the bottom.
And the Turtles kind of do both. So I guess I don't know. We'll have to see where they end up. But it's a good question. I'm excited to see what happens there.
So my final thoughts. It's horrible that happened to Hershey. Hopefully he just comes back from that, and hopefully he gains some popularity with some of his upcoming projects like the M Games, which is a big one. And then water events. It was underwhelming in this Marble Olympics, but it's always room for improvement. And then
Right.
Marble Olympics overall, congrats to Raspberry Racers, Green Ducks, and Hazers. Nice finish for Balls of Chaos and Team Galactic, who are doing pretty horrible in the second half and horrible in general. And sad to see that the Oceanics just is now one of the biggest memes right now.
Yeah, almost Limers level. Actually, past Limers level, in my opinion.
It's not sad. It's great.
Yeah, those are
See, look, the River Rapids got revenge.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we do got to wrap it up, though, guys. So I think we're going to go to the outro now. I think tonight's outro song will be Final Battle by Waterflame. A pretty good song, one of my favorites. And yeah, I hope to see Commander Waff back tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next time we record, and hopefully one of the JMRC members on to discuss From the Ashes as well. And it was great to have you guys on. And I think we'll go to the outro now.